Hey everybody, what's up? Online, there are a bunch of these demo discs that used to come in these magazines. I found a whole bunch of them. Thought I would try some of them out just to see if there were any games I never tried before, heard of before, or games that were in development but later got canceled. I may do a whole web series of these, just kind of going back in time and seeing what was available. These are from official PlayStation magazine. There are some discs that used to come like the pizza that you would order or certain promo items, but let's see what this has and we'll see what I play and what I continue to play later based on the demo and which ones I decide to never touch again. So here's The Matrix, Path of Neo. I actually remember when this game came out, it was atrocious. The final version was atrocious. I remember it was so bad that people actually made mods to the Max Payne video game to make it more like The Matrix, since the Max Payne game basically popularized the idea of bullet time and bullet time slowdown effects long before The Matrix ever came out. It's neat that they have the red pill on here. I don't remember the movie. I can't remember if he took the blue pill or the red pill. But here are the buttons. Can't change them, which is kind of a bummer. Got the cool computer code looking thing. And now you have me trying to run and gun. And jump and shoot. Trinity's doing cool stuff, but I'm not. Trying to figure out these controls. Didn't memorize what it said on screen. Dude right next to me blasted me and the auto aim is not like auto targeting him. But hey, at least the pillars are disintegrating and there's some of that bullet time. If you really want to see a good version of this, check out Conker's Bad Fur Day on N64. I remember playing that and watching it parody. Parody? Yeah, parody. Famous films such as this and Alien 3. But yeah, I mean, I just walk through glass, but I can't target these people who are like 3 inches in front of me. And now I need to rescue Morpheus.
Is that it?
But first, I gotta rescue this game from bad controls. Because it doesn't use the typical dual joystick aim setup. For some reason you shoot with R1 and target with R2 or something, I forget, but it's not very conducive to like modern shooters. Or at least it's not similar to modern shooters. And good for these people because they seem to be taking cover behind objects really well. Like you target them and they just automatically move out of the way, which is smart on their end, but it's just kind of like not fun for a video game. Either you hide behind a pillar or they do. But either way, neither of you really get a clear shot at each other. The first cool thing I've done all game, kick a dude in the air and then shoot him on his way out. Trinity just took one to the face.
Nice hit, Leo.
See? I don't know why he just didn't kick the damn grenade out of the air. You can slow down time, but you can't pause things or catch things in midair and toss them back at the bad guy. I don't know. But it doesn't matter. It looks like I'm about to die. And there it is. Thank goodness, because that was rough. And that was The Matrix. Let us never speak of it again. Alright, back to the title screen. Let's see what we choose next. I'm pretty sure it's Jak X Racing, but let's find out. Okay, so it is Jak Racing. I never played this before. I never played the Jak and Dexter games, or Daxter. I'm not sure how it's pronounced. I just know that they're made by Naughty Dog, who went on to make Uncharted and The Last of Us. They're typically good at writing good dialogue for characters and things like that, but again, I haven't played this yet.
So there we were, wheel to wheel, with the nastiest racing cars I've ever seen. Razor-sharp chrome gleaming in the dark, weapons bristling under rumbling hoods.
Oh,
I do know that if I do end up playing any of these, I will probably play them with a better resolution. Right now this is running native 480p.
Jak and I are world famous. And we're connected too. We've been, thanks,
Kind of
invited to
grainy,
Crash
kind of
City for the
edgy.
reading of some
So I may try to clean this
a
up.
rich guy named Crew.
the big gang lord?
If I decide to
Yeah,
play this, of
big
course,
is
you know,
right. We were
the
Crew's
full-blown
muscle in
game,
Haven City, but
which I
old
might.
Tub of Butter kicked the bucket. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah! Slowly the racers circled us. The smell of fear hung in the air, and the smell of something else too. I told Jak, lose the suckers!
And I guess that is kind of the Stone Age being played in the background.
My. Sounds like this city's terribly dangerous. Maybe we should get law enforcement to crack down.
Yeah, well.
That guy reminds me of
don't
somebody
scare
from
us.
Twin Peaks.
No nasty gang is gonna get us
Just
to
the
turn
pompous
tail and
looking
run.
dude.
Sounds like they
The
had
big
you dead
ears,
to
that guy.
rights. How did you survive?
He reminds me of the guy who got the woman pregnant, the woman who worked at the sheriff's deputy's office, or the sheriff's station, Lucy. They went through this whole weird character arc where, you know, she had two dudes, you know, fighting for her, and she was pregnant. Anyway.
Jak was barely able to handle himself, but with my help, we took them all out until only one was left.
Really? You know, people in this town have a way of getting in over their heads. Like at the bottom of the ocean.
Easy, boys. My story's almost over.
Yes, it is.
Wait a minute, it gets better. Really?
Dax, get in the car.
Jak! Are you crazy? You ruined my story!
Now.
Ah! What are you waiting for? Step on it, Jak!
I told you not to go out. We're getting death threats, Dax. Someone doesn't want us here.
You think? I say we take the next boat home.
Not a chance. Hang on.
Jak!
Okay, so that's the intro. Let's see how well the game runs.
It's another high-speed, high-stakes showdown.
My first race, I remember playing this demo because I played it 2 nights ago, and I'm just now doing the voiceover. It was to me like their version of Mario Kart, just more fun than Mario Kart. The game controls, the mechanics are not explained at all. There's only a splash screen with the button layout on it, but you don't really get time to memorize that. So this is just me button mashing my way through this. I will say this, just before we get to the end here, is that I did like this well enough that this is going on the playlist.
No!
So I will be getting this game and actually playing the full version of it when it comes out. Spoiler alert, I already tried doing that, because again, I'm recording this 2 days later, and there's some sort of bug with the final version of the game. It keeps making the emulator crash. Maybe it's just the emulator on my PC. I may have just run the emulator in a different operating system, just in case for some reason that Windows version of the emulator has some sort of weird bug on it.
Fire in the hole!
But yeah, it's just kind of weird. When I run the game native like this, it works fine. If I try to do any kind of upscaling or anti-aliasing, getting rid of those jagged edges, it freezes for some reason. It's a PlayStation 2 game. I mean, you can play this thing on your iPhone, and it runs right. So my $2,000 computer keeps freezing every time I try to play this thing with enhanced graphics. It's beyond me. But who knows? But yeah, this is part Twisted Metal and
Hero hell.
part Mario Kart. Mostly Mario Kart.
It's a battle of wills
Yeah,
out
I just
there.
keep getting messed up here because again, I didn't know that some of the weapons you run over are defensive weapons, and you can actually use those to evade people's attacks. But didn't know that.
Here's a little mine to go.
But I think Eddie here should get out.
Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. Cool.
But yeah, for PlayStation 2 era stuff, it's not bad. I mean, I just need to get good, as the kids say. So I'm gonna let this demo play. I'll let you watch it, and then
No!
if you hate it, skip to the next section.
Have a present.
Get some.
No! It hurts. Up in smoke! Oh yeah, that had to hurt.
I skipped past the opening sequence because of the music being played. It's the James Bond theme, and basically I don't want MGM coming at me trying to copyright strike this video, because regardless of how poorly this is being made, and the fact that I'm not making any money from it, I still don't want it taken down. This is me running around trying to figure out the controls. That's why I'm just kind of going in circles.
Let go of me!
Truth be told, I do remember playing this game way back in the day when it first came out. But as sad as that is, that was nearly 20 years ago. So I have to relearn the controls and find out if it was ever any good on PlayStation 2 or not. Also, this is the European version of the video game magazine. It's the Italian version. So this thing is actually rendering at like 50 frames per second. You might not be able to tell that from the video, but it's actually playing really smoothly, even at 50 frames per second, which will seem weird to anybody playing it in North America. So you can kind of precisely aim even within that targeting reticle. And what I didn't know is that there's no way to invert that, and I've always played inverted since the days at GoldenEye on the N64.
They're in the building!
I will actually go in and change the controller settings just so everything else is inverted the way it should be. But when you do that precision aim, it's always not inverted. Don't know why, but it's just not inverted, so that will take some getting used to. But I'm going to clear this little section here. I'm going to do like a little jump cut here, because there is a really cool targeting feature where you can slow down time, and I'm going to jump straight to that. So here it is, me trying to do that targeting thing, the focus targeting, where it slows down time. And I was distracted and didn't see what it said on screen to do, so I have to figure out the buttons. But basically, there are little hot spots here that you can target, such as the wire itself, and shoot it to make the enemies fall, rather than, you know, shooting 20 bullets into them because they're bullet sponges. And if you saw there's actually 2 spots you can shoot. Some enemies are carrying grenades on their hips, and so when you freeze time or slow it down, you can actually focus shoot the grenade and cause it to explode, not only killing the enemy, but nearby enemies. But yeah, it's just worth checking out, and I'm gonna go ahead and end this one early because I already know this one's going on the playlist, and then we'll see what else is on this disc. Here's a game I never heard of before. This game is called Without Warning. It said it was published by Capcom, but I'd never heard of it again. And so after I played this, I looked it up, and apparently it was developed by somebody else, just published by Capcom. And the game was so bad that the studio shut down in 2007. But you kind of get like this Jack Bauer looking guy on the front, only he's called Jack Hooper. But yeah, as I was playing this, I was just coming off of From Russia with Love. And this has a lot of the same controls, they're just button mapped differently and not executed nearly as well. So this is a whole lot of me pressing the wrong button, which is kind of a shame because I typically like games like this, so it's a shame that I played them really badly. But also it's a shame that this game just didn't play as well as James Bond, because it had a good premise to it. Plus it was a game I've never heard of before, so why not try it out? But yeah, this is just me trying to shoot people, missing a lot. And then in a moment when I run out into the open instead of staying behind cover here, just because, I got bored and couldn't figure out the controls and just not getting the flow of this game. I'm sure if I were to replay it, I'd probably get the the controls and the flow down a little bit better. Maybe not much, but I just keep getting nailed. Like, why I haven't died here at this part is beyond me. I remember playing this 2 nights ago when I was recording and just thinking like my character should have died like 20 times over by now. So thank goodness he's a bullet sponge. And then without knowing it, I could shoot barrels in the environment and blow them up, killing nearby bad guys, but again, didn't notice it, didn't see it. Here goes Sergeant Powell. Now I'm gonna go ahead and cut this here and jump to the part because you actually get to play as Powell. Although that's not really his name, I just call him that because of Die Hard. Ah, well, I guess his name is Wilson. Oh well. Sorry, Wilson. Dude looks like an airline pilot more than he looks like a security guard or a cop or someone important, but you know. I guess he is security. Dude takes his security job real serious, but just me getting tagged a whole bunch again from people you can never really seem to see. Oh look, there he is shooting me. See, this game, I'm glad you're a bullet sponge because I would have been dead 50 times, and you combine that with the crappy execution of the controls, and I'm starting to see why this game company shut down in 2007. It's too bad somebody couldn't take this game in and fix it, because I mean, again, I like the premise of it. Moving on now to the next part of the game. Just didn't want to record all that stuff in the middle. Didn't want to show it. It's kind of boring. Wanted to get to the next section, so hopefully I can see things better. I don't know what it is, but this game, I really was terrible at it. I don't know if it's the narrow field of view that makes it hard to see people or what, but I just ran into a whole stream of bullets. Now here's Cutscene Wilson. Cutscene Wilson is a badass. Gameplay Wilson, not so much. And then that's where the demo ends. I don't know if it's meant to end that way. I don't know why they didn't end it immediately after the cutscene. I don't know if it's just a timed demo and I reached the end of time. But yeah, it's too bad the game didn't execute better because I bet it could have been fun. Alright, this last one I'm just going to touch on real quick. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time playing it on this video just because this video is already running long. But it's The Incredibles. If you've played one Disney game, you've played them all. It's like a real game, but toned down, targeted toward kids. But basically within it, you destroy robots by beating them up, or by freezing them in place while your partner beats them up. I do know that since I'm playing this by myself, this is one of those classic games where your AI partner plays worse than you do somehow. Like, they just don't take initiative and beat people up or attack them after you freeze. But you can change who you play as between Mr. Incredible and his little freeze buddy. And you just do it by tapping a button. There's no load times or no pausing, which is kind of cool. But yeah, you just kind of go through this world and just destroy stuff and freeze it and throw it into each other. You don't get to throw it immediately, even though the title screen wouldn't make you think you could by the control options. You actually have to buy that as an upgrade. And basically, as you beat people up, you gain experience or XP, trade value points, whatever you want to call it, tokens, tickets at an arcade machine, and then you trade those in for more powers.
Let's try out those jumping skills, big man. Reach it to the top.
But yeah, you just kind of play through this level here, and when you get to the end of the level, the game freezes and tells you that it's coming out, and you get a splash screen.
Hold on. You need to time it just right.
But without using a lot of time on this, the games I played on this disc that were keepers were obviously the Jack racing game, and then From Russia with Love. So this one, again, not spend a whole lot of time on. If you're a fan of the Incredibles video game. I'm sorry. While the movie was cool, the game is just, you know, not really that engaging in my opinion. So I think that's going to wrap it up for this first demo disc overview. Hopefully the video wasn't too terrible. I'm trying to record this quietly while my wife is asleep. I can really only do this at night when everybody around me is asleep, including my neighbors. Otherwise, you just hear their dogs barking and people slamming doors and stuff like that because it's fun living in a close vicinity neighborhood. But yeah, there will be more videos to come with more demos from a bunch of different magazine discs. And if nobody watches this, then I'll move on to something else, but I kind of think it's neat. It's like a stroll down memory lane.
Yeah, well, this place don't scare us. No nasty gang is gonna get us to turn